inspire, empower, grab your girls and soar a little higher. Unlock the fire in you, cause real women don't bitch, no. Real women don't, 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 real women don't bitch.
Hey, thank you for joining me on the Real Women Don't Bitch podcast. This is your proud host, Auguste Crenshaw, aka Mrs. Raw, Real, and Relentless. I am the #1 advanced mental conditioning specialist for entrepreneurs because building mental muscle is necessary in order to implement successful business strategies. This show has been created for the woman who is not excuse-driven and needs help building a profitable business. I will be interviewing women from various fields who are willing to break the silence on struggles that specifically affect female entrepreneurs. Welcome to a show where I and guest speakers from time to time share our methods that help us beast our business no matter what is going on in our lives. Whether you are an online or brick and mortar business owner, this show is for you. We will hit every angle, personal, professional, and spiritual. Why? Because on any given day, you get hit with shit from a scenario involving one, more, or perhaps all of the above. It all impacts you and your mindset towards your business. I have made it my personal mission to provide a space where we dive deep into the BS we face on a day-to-day basis. Hey ladies, it's time to get this thing on and popping. Welcome back to another episode. Today we're going to talk about confidence, and this right here is going to challenge whether or not you are as confident as you say you are. And we can tell a lot about our confidence based on the way that we treat other people. I'm just going to go ahead and dig right on in. Hopefully I don't sound too bad. And I'm just going to ask you guys in the beginning to bear with me because I'm not feeling so great today. But nevertheless, I'm here. So let's just look at this, right? All successful people have one thing in common. They have a powerful mindset. And we hear this all the time that, you've got to be focused. You got to believe. You need to know that you're the one. It isn't about websites and commercials and sales scripts and perks. It's just something that's embedded in the mind of people. Some people have killer confidence. And if you really think about it, you'll realize that some people possess this gift. And they've had it for a long time. When you see them in that OMG moment, like OMG, and it's like a bad OMG, like, was that Kerry Washington from Scandal? When you're like, oh my God, look at her. She looked like she was broken, barely making it. But she had a role in some independent film and she played her part though, right? She acted it out to the best of her ability. That mindset was there. It wasn't about the glam. She got the glam because she would not stop going for what she wanted. Okay. So yeah, it was her. She was broke and barely making it, but she was giving it her best to act out her part. And what I want to know is, are you acting out your part? And for clarity, I'm not acting as in faking, acting as in doing. With your bad lighting, your ums and your ahs and your videos, with your ugly website. Maybe you don't have one at all, but you know that you can change lives. That's the thing that you do know. Some of you hear me already. And as you've heard this little bit of an introduction, you're like, wow, that's me. Well, some of you may not have those issues, but there's something about you that isn't the way that you want it to be. And you're not experiencing the success that you want to experience. And unfortunately, you may also be telling yourself the lie that until you get these things together, that you're not going to experience it. And nothing could be further from the truth. What you need to tap into is you, because you're that special something that your tribe is waiting for. But you won't be able to see it if you haven't jumped over this specific hurdle that I want to talk to you about today. So I'm going to help you reflect And I want you to identify the reality of where your mindset is at, because that's what's necessary if you want to make some changes. I want to talk about confidence. We know what it is. At least that's what we say, right? When we see a motivational speaker, we'd be like, oh man, I wish I were that confident, or perhaps if you see a woman grooving on the dance floor, you might think, oh, I wish I had the nerves. Some of us, we do get it though after we have a drink or two, right? But, seriously, but you know what I'm talking about. Confidence, it doesn't make a difference. This does not just have to be business related. It has to do with just showing up and shining and being who you are. Well, here's the reality. In different elements, the same people may not be as confident. And what we have to stop doing, if you do this, is this thing with the comparison, because comparison is the primary indicator that your confidence has been shot. Okay? To deflect your imperfections, you can point out the imperfections in other people. Come on now. Have you done it? Let's be real. For instance, have you frowned at someone's post because you saw that it had a typo? Have you looked at someone else's website and talked about it and how hideous it was? Have you scrutinized another woman's wardrobe? Why is she doing videos and her makeup doesn't look right? Because a lot of these same women that you're looking at and scrutinizing, guess what? They are beasting and they are showing up. And for whatever reason that you're scrutinizing them, it's amazing how that same thing is going to come back to haunt you. I'm not going to keep going and giving a long drawn out list. I'm sure that you get what I'm talking about. But here's the reality. For those scenarios, maybe a virtual assistant wasn't in the budget of the one person with the typos. So she literally writes all of her own stuff and maybe only gets 4 hours of sleep per night, but she does what she has to do to get it done. Yeah, the website, well, it doesn't make a difference because plenty of people are willing to work with her. Maybe nobody's even going to the website. Maybe she's trying to get her ducats up before she spends money to invest in something like that. The woman that's making the videos, maybe she's got to keep rotating the best items that she has in her wardrobe because she spent her last dime on a kick-ass coach like Auguste Crenshaw. But what you guys are looking for on a superficial level, she may have said, man, I really want that wardrobe. I don't have it, but I'm still going to show up and I'm going to do these live videos and I'm going to take these pictures. And while I want to invest in the wardrobe, just give me 2 seconds, 2 seconds of working with this coach to bust through some blocks and get myself together. And before you know it, I'll be able to buy a store. Okay. In 3 more months, you'll be screaming, this shit doesn't work. You can barely recognize her because, wait a minute, if this shit doesn't work, is that her? Because she can afford anything that she wants, right? All of this is leading me to one point, that we need to have a candid conversation about confidence. Do you know that people express 3 types of confidence? And I don't know if anybody's broken this down to you, but I want you to identify which level of confidence you have. And I call it pure confidence or raw, 2 learned, and 3 false. And I'm going to break down these 3 and I want you to figure out which one of these are you. Raw confidence. This is typically displayed when we're kids, when we're wild, when we're young at heart, because we just don't believe that we can't have what we want. The younger we are, the purer it is. It sounds like, being a mom and the kids like, come on, outside. Children will ask incessantly for what they want repeatedly because they really believe that they're supposed to have it. And most of the time as parents, we cave. And if we don't cave today, we're going to cave tomorrow. This level of confidence, it doesn't take rejection into account. It only operates out of the sheer desire and expectation. And these characteristics are usually observed in people who are in the upper tiers of management, the most successful entrepreneurs. They're the kinds that took a dozen no's just to get to one yes, because they never saw any of the previous no's as rejection. It was like, okay, get out the way. I see what I want. Come on. Give it to me. Do you have raw or pure confidence? The second type I brought up is learned confidence. And to be honest with you, learned confidence isn't confidence at all. When you're habituated to a specific task, it could come more naturally. For instance, when you observe someone like myself speaking, you see and you hear a woman who appears to be confident. However, talking to people is all I do all day. It's a natural gift that takes minimal effort. It takes raw confidence, however, for me to approach a complete stranger and solicit them for business. Seeing me in that element would show you the reality of if my confidence is there or not. And that's something that I don't think a lot of you really pay attention to. Some people have just been trained to do things, or they've been blessed with a natural gift. While I am confident and I do like speaking, I just will reiterate again, this is something that I do all the time, and I've been doing it all my life. My question for you is, what is your gift? Can you honestly say that you exercise your confidence, or are you doing something that is so routine that it barely takes any effort? What could you do to take that gift and expand it and challenge yourself? Because we all have the ability to secretly, look at someone and admire what they're doing. But what can you do to turn things up a notch with yourself when you really look at things? So don't look at someone and get too excited and see what they're doing and say, wow, I wish I was confident like them, because you know what you're looking at may just be a trained skill or a natural born ability. The last piece of confidence I want to talk about is false confidence. And okay, so kind of like number 2, it's not confidence at all, huh? Well, let me just make sure I break this down, because there's a difference, because the first one was learned. So you are fully executing a gift, but false confidence is not the same. False confidence is often expressed by those who have authority over somebody or something. For instance, if you hold the title of owner, manager, supervisor, and this does not mean that everybody that's an authority figure operates out of false confidence, but you can easily notice the difference. When they communicate their expectations, it will lack some grace. This person states what they want, how they want it, when they want it, and so on. They're the kind who have high expectations and are easily turned off when their demands are not met. Unfortunately, for some of you who haven't fully transitioned, this may be your boss now. In public, they function like they have it all together, and they need you to be perfect and have it all together too. But contrary to popular belief, they deal with a lot of fear. And it could be the fear of something as simple as thinking things will not work out right. And because they're afraid that things won't work out right, they will appear to be on top of things, and they will appear to look the part. And to make sure that nothing fails, they will be on you so that nothing falls apart, and put you under that same pressure too, because they don't want anyone to see them mess up. They don't want anybody to see them where things are out of order. See, remember, confidence doesn't only mean self-assurance. It also means that you have feelings or beliefs you can rely on someone or something. Those who have to do it all and be it all, they have false confidence. That's like your micromanagers and your solopreneurs who hold really, really big fears. I got this. I'm going to do this. They're the ones who I can't hire anybody to work for me because they're always going to mess stuff up. I can't do a program and just, trust you, to come up with your part and do your part for the script. It may not look the way I want it to look. These are the kind of people who make statements like, but I just can't trust anyone to take care of it and do it the way that I would do it. That means that there's some fear there, that you're not really believing and even confident in the universe that everything is going to work out all right. So our confidence in life is, we can tell what it is based on how we exhibit it. So suppose you get a new promotion because of seniority or instead of qualifications. You have to watch out so you don't operate out of false confidence, because positions don't make leaders. Influence does. I think I need to say that one again. Position doesn't make leaders. Influence does. See, real confidence will say to a team, I don't know everything, but together we will get this task done. You will be a leader and you will inspire other people. So my question for you is, which level of confidence do you display? A lot of people are comfortable with their learned confidence. That evidence can be found if you're ignoring your dreams and the whispers to your heart. I want to know, are you going about life with a business as usual attitude because you're good at what you do? Or are you challenging yourself to step out of your comfort zone to step it up a level? See, all of us should be striving to some degree to get back to that purest form of confidence. The confidence that got you the promotion, that increases clientele, that inspires your own natural creativity. Before you idolize anybody else, I want you to take a deep look at yourself. Which form of confidence do you operate in, and how can you excel to the next level? That's simple. Which one? False, learned, or raw? Okay. I would love to hear your feedback. Where are you on the confidence meter? Go to the website, realwomen.bitchpodcast.com. Go to the contact me page. Send me a message. I would love to know what you're thinking, depending on which platform you're on. Type in a comment right there, on Libsyn or iHeart and iTunes. I would love to hear your feedback and what you're thinking. And guess what? For some of you, you can even go to the podcast website, realwomen.bitchpodcast.com, and sign up for a strategy session, because you know that this is an area that you need help with. And guess what? Mindset and business strategy happen to be my specialty. But with all of that being said, I've given you your nugget for today. I hope it's definitely inspired you to take an inventory of your mindset concerning confidence, and then to turn up the heat and to step up your game. This is your host, Auguste Crenshaw, and I'm outie. Thank you for joining me today. Remember to cultivate a mindset that is biased towards taking action. No bitching, whining, or complaining. Here, our mantra is, real women don't bitch, we get shit done. See you next week as I continue to bring you what you need to keep your head in the game and beast your business. Don't forget to hit subscribe and leave us a 5-star review. Would you like a specific topic covered? Have a question you would like answered live? Then head on over to realwomen.bitchpodcast.com. Subscribe to my email list, hit me up, and I got you. Interested in being a guest speaker? You walk the walk? Then you can sign up on the website too. This is your #1 advanced mental conditioning specialist for entrepreneurs, Mrs. Raw, Real, and Relentless. Signing out. Deuces.
Inspire, empower, grab your girls and soar a little higher. Unlock the fire in you, 'cause real